Okay, so if we're taking a look at our 5 main components, our stream, our classwork, our people, our grades, and our settings. The settings are the how. The people are the who. And the stream would be the when. So if we're looking at our W's and an H, we have our how, our who, our when. I really don't want to label grades a why because that's not why we're in education. But I am comfortable with labeling classwork as what. This is the stuff that's going to be the heart of your classroom. In here is going to be everything you put that you want to assign to students. Now, you'll notice I have a couple different categories already created, unlike my other class where its classwork has nothing in it. So let's build a classwork from scratch by creating an assignment. And what do we look for when we wish to create? A plus sign. In this case, I want to create a simple assignment. That simple assignment could be assignment 1. And of course, I would want to put my instructions in here. And I'm going to want to add some components. Now, I can create a doc to go with this assignment, and I can go right to my documents, and whatever I put in this document is going to be intimately related and part of that assignment. So if I want in this document pictures, directions, I can even put links to other items like YouTube videos. And everything that I put in that document is going to be in this document forever. And as I save it, assignment 1, it's going to be included right back in my Google Classroom. So, untitled document, there it is. Assignment 1. It's already back over here. Headings to add to the document as they will appear. So you could put all sorts of document components in here and they will show back up right over here. Now you can also set how a student gets the file. If you just want a file that students can view, like a reading or something that is a picture, something that is a collection of items that you just want them to view, leave it set there. If you want, you can have students edit the file. This is great if you want collaboration where multiple students or all students are working on the same document at the same time. But in many cases, your best bet is going to be make a copy for each student where every single student, when they open it, it will ask if they want to make a copy and it'll put a copy in their Google Drive. This is really great because if I add something like a file, so I add some sort of file to this document, a PDF that has a particular set of reading that I want them to have, then I want them to automatically have it in their Google Drive. Then I'm going to make a copy for each student. So when they open it, automatically it copies this document into their folder. Additionally, you'll notice we can add YouTube directly here. So that link that I grabbed earlier, I can put it directly into this assignment. So I can give the assignment, I can give directions for the assignment, I can create a document for this assignment, which may be a worksheet or some sort of response area. I can put a reading or a PDF of any sort. So for example, if I have a great worksheet that I've downloaded, that would be a great thing to put in this folder. And finally, I can put a YouTube link or really any other number of connections from Google Drive, from any sort of file, any sort of link to an exterior source. So maybe I want to put a Flipgrid in here. I can put that Flipgrid link right in here. So all of these can be inserted within the assignment. Now, that's putting one together. Let's go talk about how to grade it. In this case, it's 100 points, or maybe it's 10 points, or maybe it's 5 points. It doesn't frankly matter what you make it worth as long as it fits within your grading system. Additionally, you can set a due date. Well, the due date needs to be clearly sometime after when you're going to post it. And you can even add a time. So let's go 8 p.m. And we can set that time. Now you'll notice I said after you post it because you can either assign it right now or you can schedule that assignment. So instead of sending it out approximately now, let's send it out on the 29th. And I can send it out at a certain time and schedule that to be released. With that in mind, I now have an assignment that's up. And students can go to that assignment and get any of the materials or resources that they need to do that assignment right from within the assignment. Now, clearly, what happens once I begin adding more and more assignments, and once those assignments get added, I may have a small problem because now my assignments start to get clumped up and they start to move down the list. That's where you come up with topics. And topics allow you to break components by groups. So maybe you label this week 1 and I add a topic and I'm going to put assignment under week 1 by simply dragging it and dropping it under week 1. Maybe I'm going to get to assignment 2 also in week 1. And I can even rearrange them underneath the week depending on which one I want on top. I can also create multiple topics, but maybe I don't do it chronologically. I do it by actual type of assignment, so readings or word work. Another thing that you can take a look at is not only can you create assignments, create topics, go to Google Calendar. And you'll notice that my Google Calendar has my assignments that have been added right here. And I can see in my Google Calendar what I have due or when it's been assigned for me. So using the Google Calendar is great because it's already integrated with my classwork in my Google Classroom. Additionally, we can also, as soon as you create a Google Classroom, it will create a classroom file folder. So we can put additional files in this Google Classroom file folder for my class. Now you'll notice even though I renamed my class, it did not rename my file folder. But that's okay because I can rename it just like I would rename every other Google file folder. So, the integration of Classroom with the Google Drive, with the Google Docs, with the Google Slides, with the Google Calendar, that's what makes this a great framework. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next section.